Okay, you want to have your paper the long way, horizontal. And here's what I want you to do. You're going to put a little star, tiny star up in the very top corner. Little bitty. It to be like it could be a plus sign. You know, you want it to be very small though, because we're going to get rid of that eventually. So that's always going to stay. That's like our North Star. That's how we know what direction everything goes. Now these papers, we did have to cut them straight, but our cutter is not the greatest in the world, so we did the best we could. They should be 12 inches. They might be a little off. If they are, it's okay. We're going to start from the left side with our star up at the top right. What we're going to do is we're going to make a little tiny light mark at every inch, every number. Here's paper. Just a little mark right on the line at every number. Okay, just like that. When you finish that, we're going to keep our North Star up at the right. We're going to come down to the bottom and do the same thing. That way, our hash marks are coming from the same starting point. That means they should be straight if you mark them right. So we've started on the left side. If the paper's off a little bit, it only affects this last box. If you came in, come get paper. Okay, once you have little hash marks across the bottom, then you're going to connect the dots. But again, I cannot say this enough. This has to be like super faint because you're going to erase these lines. The darker you make these lines, or you're going to see when you try to erase. So very, very lightly you want to put the lines in. Now if I do them too lightly, you're not even going to be able to see them. So mine will be darker than yours. But you barely want those ghosts of lines there. And you are going to erase them before you shade in your drawing. Yeah, and with these rulers, all the way to the edge of the ruler, there's no buffer at the beginning. There's no extra on the metal rulers. I kind of like that about these rulers. Is they're not confusing because you just go right to the edge of the ruler with these. And as long as you keep your North Star in the top, you should be okay. If you came late, come get paper. A lighter indentation line. Okay, you should end up with that. Alright, so I'm just going to turn the page so that my star is in the top left. Just rotate it this way. My star is at the top left. And I'm going to line up my ruler. It should be from out 9. And I'm going to do the same 1 inch, so I'm going to have inch squares done. So we're going to mark at every inch. You're not sure what it is anymore because you forgot, it's the numbers are. These rulers are nice because the numbers are right under the lines. Okay, I'm going to leave my star up in the top left. Just slide my and do the same thing across the bottom like we did last time. Like we did last summer. Numbers along the bottom at the 1 inch marks. Remember, do these fairly lightly because you're going to get rid of these lines. All of this that you're doing right now will be gone. So light. Line up my lines, top and bottom. Be careful you're not lining up with a piece of eraser dust. I did that yesterday, so I had like a weird crooked line. I'm like, what the heck? And I brushed away. I'm like, oh, it was eraser dust, not a. Okay. Connect your dots, and you should have fairly perfect squares. Again, lightly, barely dragging across the page so you can faintly see it. These lines will be gone. What you don't want is to see these lines when your project is finished. The reason we're doing this is so sure everything ends up in the proper shape and size. One of the problems with doing portraits is you're trying to make it look like the person, and if you get the eye off just a little bit, it's going to look goofy. With the grid, my eyes turned out a little goofy. Alright, so the grid will only do so much. It'll get you close. See that the left eye, I just have it too low. I should have fixed it, and I didn't. Now, if you didn't look at the photo, you probably wouldn't notice it. Now, I was rushing to try and make it finished so that you guys would have an example. I should have taken more time. But again, we're not going for perfect. We want to make it as good as we can. But this is not it. We want to get it close, but little imperfections I guess are okay. Okay, so I've got my grid. You will notice I went a little dark in some spots. If you look closely, you can see where the lines still are, maybe up here. I can hide that stuff. You can still see faint lines. Hopefully I can hide it once I get my color stuff in the background. Came in late, come get. And now you have a beautiful 1-inch square grid, and you are ready to transfer your photo to this page.